Hello, I'm Ben Joslin. Just to let you know, I'm not used to making videos and doing this kind of thing, but it was required to put this together. I'm getting over a little bit of a cold, but here I go. Bear with me. I will be reading a little bit from the screen behind the camera just to keep me on track for the 10-minute video. I've been married to my amazing wife, Sara, for the past 21 years. We share lives together with our two kids, Garret, who is 20, and Airiana, who is 17. We live on a 5-acre property in Loomis. We made this place our home probably about 12 years ago after living near Yosemite National Park in Mariposa and Oakhurst. We have dogs, cats, chickens, turkeys, and horses who we all love and take care of. I have a background and a passion for martial arts, and through that I earned a third-degree rank alongside of a teacher certificate. I've ran my own dojo. I've trained kids, teenagers, and adults in mixed martial arts and even coached them into events. I've overseen other dojos and teachers in our organization. Although I decided to semi-retire due to my back issues when I moved up here, I continue to have a strong relationship with my former students and peers in the martial arts community. Helping others, starting with martial arts, I was able to be there for young teens and adults, trying to guide them along the way, mentor them, and just give them good advice. Since moving up here, Sara and I, we've provided shelter and support for people in need, guiding them to connect, reconnect, and deepen their relationship with Jesus. We've also participated in serve days with Bayside as project managers, working alongside of our kids at Eschaton Village and the Gathering Inn in Auburn. I was a middle school teacher when my kids were that age, and I've led multiple mission trips to San Francisco to the Tenderloin with Bayside. That was a great experience. I wish we could go back. I know it's gotten really bad over there, but it was good eye-opening. I think we should do it here in Sacramento. I like to learn and engage in deep discussions about Jesus and the Bible. I like to, learn and talk about the Bible and talk about Jesus. I'm, not a very good superficial conversationalist. I'm more of a deep conversationalist, talk about deep things and working on deep things and connecting deeply. Other than that, we like to travel to, nature, natural, peaceful locations like Tahoe, through the Sierras or the beach. We like to go with either the family or even go on trips with friends. We have some close friends in Bayside Church who we met, which was just a blessing. Bill and Stephanie Thompson and their children, Stephen, Austin, and Tegan. We like spending time together, whether going on trips or just sharing dinner. It enriches our lives. So we enjoy that. Going to some of the project stuff, an example of adjusting project plans. I was working as the project manager for the Four Seasons Resort in Calistoga, and I had to re-engineer a project to save a majestic oak tree, a very old, majestic, large oak tree right on the grounds. Initially, it was approved to be cut down, but local environmental groups led to the support to keep its reprieve, stop it from being cut. So we had to engineer the whole entire project to accommodate this tree, collaborating with hydrovac trenching and rerouting the subfeeds. This design was complex, but ultimately successful. Managing a complex project. So I've worked in healthcare, and those are always complex. We have always logistics and issues coming in and out of the hospital. California, we have what's called OSHPD requirements, which every nut and bolt has to be certified to go into your project and specified, and you have to get sign off. So every project's very complex. That's a high-level project. But one of my most challenging, successful projects was a 500,000 square foot, 50-acre Natomas Crossing campus project for Hines Properties. They are the largest private property owner in the world, and we did this under the general contractor Whiting Turner. This was local off of I-5. You can still see it. It's a beautiful, beautiful project. Working on this project, I modernized the entire IIPP and SDS safety data procedures for our company, Paul Durham. They just had an old binder that they kept copying and sending in, but this had to be fully digitized and fully updated. So I went through that to get up to the safety standards. We supplied detailed submittals on every piece of equipment and every connection point. All of our scope, we had to put together this over a 7-day process of meeting with the engineers and the design team and the owner reps to get that dialed in, which was a very intensive procedure, but very fulfilling to get it through. This project also involved installing a large generators and developing a load shed breaker system, which we put together. It was very intricate, put together the controls and all of that and get it approved, which took months of coordination. My team and I meticulously prepared testing schedules and procedures to meet specifications and trained on-site personnel. Yeah, I headed that up, doing all that training and all that testing to meet the specifications of the project. Resolving conflicts. Well, I could go into many conflicts that I've been involved in to resolve. Just depends on what we want to talk about. One key one I want to specify is working in healthcare. Our foreman was new to the project, new to the hospital. The old foreman he had taken over for caused a bunch of issues. The old contractor that we had taken over for had caused a bunch of issues. So there was a bunch of problems already coming into this project that we had to resolve to get moving forward. Through meetings with key stakeholders, we managed to resolve these issues, and we fostered improved coordination and cooperation and respect amongst the teams. Jason, my foreman, was especially grateful. Assured him that we were moving towards compliance and getting that respect so he could do his job. It was just a big nightmare, something he was dealing with delays and all kinds of issues on that hospital project. But we were able to get everybody on the same page and work through it, which was very satisfying. Managing cost overruns. Going back to the Calistoga oak tree project, we faced increased cost of having to do that 100% hydrovac. By re-engineering the project and staying, underground and not having to tear out a whole building where we were going to have to go underneath a building, rip that down and go around, we were able to skirt in front of that building and its foundation by going around and hydrovacing around where we thought the roots would end, and just hydrovacing that area, exposing the roots, getting an arborist on site to approve cutting of the main roots that we needed out of the way. So we got that approval, and we were able to move forward. That saved us a lot of time and expense. It did cost us a little time, but it was worth the time that we put into that. As far as organizational tools, staying organized and having your teams, especially with the cloud these days, having access, everybody on the team has access to these tools is important. I like management tools, Procore tools for projects. You can put all the plans there. People can see them. You can look at them on an iPad. You can make notes. You can put issues and track issues and resolve issues on that. It's a good way of doing that. You can put all the submittals, see everything on there. PlanGrid does kind of the same thing. It's not as good as Procore. Monday for project management and scheduling. That's a good place to have that as well. A good Google Calendar so everybody can track what's who's where and what's what and how and just the timing of everything. And simple spreadsheets. You need to track progress with spreadsheets and do that. So each tool has its strength and different stages of the job and project are covered. Design changes. How to handle them. Significant design changes mid-project require understanding, communication, and flexibility. So you should know your project if you're on it from the beginning through the design phase from underground, everything that's underground, and horizontal or vertical construction. So you need to know the size of footings. You need to know cement, construction, structural, how you're going to do stuff. And before you actually build it, you should know these things and actually walk it and get as much information as possible. But these changes, they come up. And dealing with these changes early and considering their cost impact, the time impact, schedule impact, materials, and re-engineering as needed is vital to fulfilling the project scope effectively. So sometimes it's just a necessary thing. You have owners or stakeholders that just want to change or see a change, or it's beneficial to move forward into this change right now because you won't have to do it again later. So there's all kinds of reasons. But you just got to stay in communication with the stakeholders, coordinate with the contractors, and to keep this project moving forward, because you don't want to have a stall out. If contractors demobilize from a site, to get them to mobilize back again, it costs money. So you need to stay right on those things. Knowledge ratings. Construction and trades, I'd rate myself 8 to a 9. There's always more to learn, and I always seek input from other trades in their respective fields. There's good guys and there's bad guys. I've met a lot of good guys. I've looked at a lot of information, and I've done a lot of coordination with other trades. Management and leadership, I would give myself an 8 to a 9. From a very young age, I've run my own crews. I've developed I've project management. I've coordinated with the contractors and general contractors. I've always been kind of that lead doing this. Staying positive, keeping a level head, reminding the teams of the goals and milestones, and maintaining open communication are important for leaders and management and working through challenges. Logistics, I've done it all. I rate myself at 8 to a 9. I've coordinated materials, schedules, numerous jobs at various locations at the same time. Developing complex shutdown plans and aligning them with procurement and lead times are part of effective logistics planning. So you got to keep working through logistics. Logistics is part of management. Working with volunteers. My experience working with volunteers has been incredibly rewarding. For example, leading serve days at Bayside with my wife has been fulfilling. Recruiting volunteers, in my opinion, involves identifying church member skills and fostering relationships. Managing volunteers include organizing regular meetings, hosting events, foster camaraderie, and ensuring projects are well prepared for efficient execution. Volunteers could do a number of things. They could handle prep work, they could handle cleanup, while we have the professionals leading installation where they're coming in with contractors or hiring contractors, ensuring high standards, cost savings, and code and insurance compliance. So in that, like I said, as an electrician, that's my specialty. If I were an electrician volunteering, I would want to work on electrical systems. Or if I was a plumber, I'd work on plumbing systems. I have the tools. I'm going to be more effective doing that. So identifying these tradesmen and these contractors and getting them to work with us is going to be key. I ran quite a bit over 3.5 minutes. I'd like you to please, read my long form written version that I have for this video, so for added details. Thank you for allowing me to share a little bit more about myself and my family. I continue to hope to meet and talk about these things and talk more about the volunteer piece of this. I think there's a lot of information, and like I said, in my written version of this video. So please read that and get back to me. All right, have a great day. Thank you.